morning. Hey, this is beautiful Ciasia. What's good with you? Hey, hey. I wanted to share with you. Oh, I know my bangles are going to drive you crazy. Someone complained about them before in my videos. Okay, okay. I wanted to share with you a moment for me in peace that I have. For those of you who, support me, follow me, and know the work that I do and have done, you see much and hear much fire. But what you don't know is that there's this other side, which is really the core of what I am. But because the world and the planet is in a certain condition, it triggers me to teach in the manner that I do. And therefore, you'll witness a lot of fire, but know that there's plenty of untapped earth energy, at least for me, and air. So, there's a whole lot of thought involved. And although I wasn't necessarily born with a lot of earth energy, I am that, and very much in tune with nature. And the seed of me is nature. So, the point is, we should all be pursuing this side of us and making this part of us really the whole. And I know that we become products of our environment, and we become part of the system of chaos and violence and everything else going on, and rock and steel and stone. But please get in touch with your green, and pursue and chase balance for yourself, no matter what, and put yourself in an environment that sponsors that, from the people that you're around to the place where you live. Everything has to be a projection of what's going on internally in you, and do your damnness to get there. Okay. All right. So I just wanted to share with you just a hot second of what I do in terms of meditation for me, and don't have no shame. Good thing I have swag, because I want to make it presentable to the community that a lot of the people can't reach. The youth ain't listening to no damn yogis. They're not listening to the shamans. They're not listening to the monks. They're not listening to the martial artists who do that all day every day. They need to know it's okay to be, vegetarian, vegan, eat healthy. They need to know that is stylish. They need to know that it's okay to sit in a lotus position like I am now, and back up straight, and breathing techniques, and eyes closed and smiling, and a visualization of the beautiful and most potent and wonderful and natural world we desire to see, and loving world. They need to know that that's cool. So I am establishing today that, Queen by all means, beautiful Ciasia, is saying that it's cool to make space and time for yourself, and to close your eyes with your back up straight in a lotus position, and breathing from the bottom, at least 3 or 4 spaces in your breathing from the bottom, here, and up here. Like 3, I only mastered 3 places of breath, but and holding it in for like as long as you can, knowing that extends your life. You know what I'm saying? That has to be made sexy and cool. You have to know that this is the flyest right here. This is what it means to be free. This is what it means to be hip, to be, peace, to be what up. You know what I'm saying? To be what's popping, to be what's cracking. It's this. And to let them know, let the youth know that there is no other way to be in existence, even with all that they do, all of that culture that they've adopted themselves in. As they could see, and as you could see, young people, your friends and your peers are dying, okay? There is no other way but to find peace within yourself, okay? If they, someone try to clown you and say, this fool be out here, talking to birds and squirrels and shit, and meditating, you know what I mean, with all of that. Okay, let them know, through your example of living while they're dying, that this is the only way to be, is to be connected with nature. And this is what's up. Every person that you follow in hip-hop that have money, trust me, they have this space. Everybody's not coming out the house, you know what I'm saying, with, acting crazy with that, necessarily with the burner on the hip. Loves know that a lot of them, especially the successful ones, please, those people that have tutelages all across the world have already reached your Jay-Z's and your Russell Simmons who do yoga and all that other stuff. See, there's an ant crawling on my camera now. They're in tune with nature. You better stop believing that them fools up there popping off and squeezing off something. They're living. So I want you to know that it's cool to sit yourself down in heaven at once and have your back and your shoulders straight in a line, and to breathe, have breathing techniques from the bottom, from your root chakra. Look this up, chakra, C-H-A-K-R-A. Youth, look up chakras, C-H-A-K-R-A. It's okay to breathe from the root to your solar plex, to up here, your heart chakra, to expand it, to hold your breath, knowing that add on years to your life, doing it every day, breathing from your nose, not through your mouth, because your hairs in your nose are like your filters, and they are the things they are the actual protectors of what you inhale in terms of all of this pollution and things like that. Your nose hairs are your filters, and you should be breathing through your nose all the time, and breathing and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling that way. And when you close your eyes, people, young people, close your eyes, visualize the colors. Once you look up the chakra system, because I know that you will, because you fly like that, you're going to look up the chakra system, and you're going to know all the different colors that associate itself, that is associated with each part of your body and each channel of thought that you need to put out there into the universe. And I want you to understand that what you visualize in your mind, which should always be peace, for all of us, and certainly for yourself, starting with yourself, is to know that those visualizations are real, okay? Create them, create the reality that you want to see. There's no way that I trust or think that the youth wants to see hell and the condition that is actually in right now, the youth and the community that you're creating. I want you to be able to know how to use your powers and sit and meditate and focus on the peaceful world that we need, starting within yourself, starting with with your community and with your peers in the world. Your thoughts are a treasure, and they help us collectively get to the state of heaven that we need to be in. So I could have pretty much shown you the exercise, but I want you to go look it up and know that it's okay to get into your arts, your sciences and your arts. Science is the knowledge of them, but then actually knowing how to put them into practice in your life, the arts of them. And that's basically what I'm more so into. And knowing the chakra system, learning how to meditate, yogi breathing if you like, posture of meditation, how do you visualize and make the visualization in your mind, knowing how to do that, knowing how to create that high naturally without all of the chemical substances that you use to achieve this state of bliss, euphoric bliss. So I want you to know you have the power to do that naturally, okay, without killing yourself. All right? So this is Beautiful Ciasia from A Queen By All Means. Please join our Facebook group, especially you sisters, you young sisters. Join the Queen By All Means. And I want you to have a beautiful and powerful day. Let me show you where I'm at. Peace. Yeah. It's okay to create this kind of heaven. Man gotta live in hell, beloveds.